I think one of the secrets of our success as a school is the way in which we've managed to develop a culture of learning. And I think that is the aim of every school. But the question you then have to ask yourself is really, what do you mean by that term? What is a culture of learning? And for us, it's not just about the exam results and the qualifications that the students get, although clearly that is important. But it's much more than that. It's really about the holistic development of the students. And what we've done in order to scaffold and support that as an aim is introduce something that we call 5+1. And the 5 refers to 5 thinkers in education and beyond, whose ideas and insights combine together in a way that produces something that we feel is very rich, very powerful, but doesn't overtax our capacity to apply it to the everyday life of the students and indeed of the staff. So the 5 thinkers are Carol Dweck, with her work on growth mindset, Lev Vygotsky, who is a Soviet psychologist who many years ago spoke about what he calls the zone of proximal development, which we think of as the learning zone, the zone in which students are pushing themselves to learn new things and in doing so taking risks and indeed courting failure as a way of extending themselves. The work of Kieran Egan, who is a Canadian educationalist who speaks about cognitive dispositions and the way in which students of different ages at different points in their development will kind of naturally tend towards different ways of engaging with the curriculum. The work of Erik Erikson, who has things to say about psychosocial development. It sounds very complex, but really what he's talking about, again, is the way in which at different stages in our lives, different things become important to us, different ways of imagining and comporting ourselves with relation to the world around us are natural and right. And for us in the secondary sector, we really believe that's about identity and the way in which young people need to work out how they can be themselves in a world of other people. And then finally, the work of Eric Byrne with something called Transactional Analysis. And what Transactional Analysis does is it provides us with a language and a model of communication within which we can operate to try to make those other 4 things happen, because we believe that communication and successful communication really is at the core of what we're doing. And then the +1 of the 5+1 is the individual student, because we never want to imagine that these 5 sets of insights somehow solve everything or give us a universal solution. What we do think is that they gravitate us towards a way of understanding the individual, but the +1 remains obviously absolutely key to everything that we do. And being a small school of around about 300 students, we're able to know the students extremely well and really get to grips with what it is that motivates them, what it is that they aim towards, what they desire, what challenges them, what makes them anxious. And in doing that, we can create the best possible culture for learning.